This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Well, good day. I'm Elena Rusk. Former Kern County Democratic Congressman TJ Cox is now out of jail following his arrest yesterday morning by the FBI. Cox was booked into Fresno County Jail accused of multiple fraud schemes dating back nearly a decade. The politician pleaded not guilty yesterday in court and was released from Fresno County Jail yesterday afternoon. He spoke to reporters afterward and said he will vigorously defend himself.
To be frank, I haven't read the indictment yet, so I don't know what the charges are. And so all I can tell you is that I've been here for 20 years. I've also been trying to help the community, make life a better place for all of us. But I tell you what, politics is a tough game. I wouldn't be in this position today, but for the politics, and I think we all know that.
So according to the indictment obtained by 17 News, Cox is accused of knowingly using false promises and pretenses to collect millions of dollars from potential investors to his businesses and diverting the money to unauthorized bank accounts. While we are waiting on more information from the Kern County Sheriff's Office as they report a body has been pulled from Mirror Lake at Hart Park yesterday. Deputies say search and rescue teams were called out to the southwest portion of Mirror Lake around 12:30 yesterday afternoon. Officials telling us the body appeared to be that of a man in his 40s, but that person has not been identified. Officials say no foul play is suspected. The case has been handed over to the park rangers to continue the investigation. And of course, our other top story in our weather is this extreme heat, which prompted the state to issue a flex alert for today. A flex alert is called to help reduce demand on the electrical grid. It will be in place later this afternoon between the hours of 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. During that time, you're asked to conserve energy use by setting your thermostat to at least 78 degrees if possible, turn off all unnecessary lights, use fans instead of air conditioning, and unplug unused appliances. The flex alert comes as Bakersfield and the rest of the state grapple with triple-digit heat. Tens of thousands of Kern County students going back to their campuses this morning. We have 17's Chris Burton on hand with us. You had a very special first day this morning.
It was really exciting, and I was speaking to students, a lot of nerves, understandably, a lot of excitement too across the county, but it was a really special day for some students out at Oro High School. If you were watching 17 News at Sunrise this morning, we did take a look at the Kern High School District's first new high school since 2008. But as students stepped on campus for the first time, some of them were buzzing about the chance they have to make this new school theirs.
We get to make what the school is going to be considered. You know, every school, there's bad schools, there's good schools, but in reality it's not the building, it's the people. So I think we are the ones who get to make the school like what it is.
Some impressive perspective there from an incoming freshman. And Mia and her peers are in a unique situation. You know, Del Oro only has a freshman and a sophomore class right now. So as these students grow, the school will grow with them. They'll become the face of this school. And again, most students across the county, especially here in Bakersfield, right in the middle of their first day back. But of course, whether you went back to school today, whether you went back yesterday or last week, we just want to wish a hearty good luck to all of those students this year. We know it's a big day.
All right. Thank you, Chris, for your coverage as well. And a reminder that all public school students in the state of California can get free breakfast and lunch on their campuses for the entire 2022-2023 school year. The free meals are part of a national program to help reduce problems associated with hunger and increase a student's chance for success. Under the program, students have access to daily breakfast and lunch without having to qualify for eligibility based on their family's income. It's still important to complete either a meal application or an alternative income form, depending on your student's school.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
In other headlines, what would a 1-cent sales tax increase do for people living in unincorporated areas of Kern County if it's passed by voters in November? Well, that question is at the core of a series of community education workshops as county officials engage the public on this impending ballot measure. A 1-cent sales tax increase, similar to the one passed by the city of Bakersfield, is one way to offset revenue losses to the county as property taxes from the oil and gas industry continue to decline. So there are 2 community education workshops planned for this week to discuss the unincorporated public safety, vital services, and local control measure. Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, DA Cynthia Zimmer, and Fire Chief Aaron Duncan will be there to help field questions from the public. You're encouraged to attend one of these workshops. One is held tonight at 6 p.m. at the River Lakes Ranch Community Center in Rosedale, or at 7 p.m. tomorrow night at the Hummel Hall in Rosemont. Well, now to business news, as retail sales in the U.S. remained unchanged in July as persistently high inflation and rising interest rates forced many households to spend more cautiously. Retail purchases were flat in July after having risen 0.8% in June, according to the Commerce Department. America's consumers, whose spending accounts for nearly 70% of economic activity, have remained mostly resilient, even with inflation near 4-decade highs and economic uncertainties rising, with mortgage and other borrowing rates surging as well. Still, overall spending has weakened, and it shifted increasingly toward necessities like gas and groceries, away from discretionary items like home goods, casual clothes, and electronics. Well, heads up parents, popular infant swings now being recalled after the death of a baby. The recall involves more than 2 million Mama-Roo swings and Rockaroo baby rockers. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says babies and infants can become entangled in the product's straps. A 10-month-old died from strangulation, and there was a close call involving another child. The products have been sold at Target stores as well as Amazon. You can get more information on the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website. And check this out, the FDA has cleared the way for adults with mild to moderate hearing loss to buy hearing aids without a prescription. Health experts say costly exams and devices discouraged millions from buying hearing aids. Federal officials say these new rules will save consumers thousands of dollars. Over-the-counter hearing aids could be available as soon as October. And if you are looking to adopt a sweet pet, KGET once again asking the community to help clear our shelters this month. Our annual adoption event happening next Saturday, August 27th at 8 a.m. at the Bakersfield Animal Care Center. That's the one on Mount Vernon. All adoption fees are waived for the month of August. But of course, we encourage you to come out and join us on the big day of the event and hopefully meet your newest forever friend.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.